As I shuffle and deal the cards, let's take a look at some of the astrological events for May. The month marks a shift from the fast-moving energy of early spring into something slower, steadier, and more intentional. This is a month of grounding our energy, facing emotional truths, and taking practical steps towards the life we want to build. With 2 full months, one at the beginning and one at the end of May, this acts as a powerful cycle of release and integration. Taurus energy dominates, encouraging stability, security, and connection to our physical realm. As this month progresses, Gemini's energy brings lightness, curiosity, and communication. It's a time to slow down, realign, and move forward with purpose. The full moon in Scorpio at the beginning of the month brought with it emotional intensity, bringing hidden feelings to the surface and asking you to confront what you may have been avoiding. It's a powerful moment for release, letting go of emotional patterns, attachment, or past pain that no longer serves us. Transformation will begin with honesty from within. Last week helped us feel more grounded and focused. Decisions were much more practical, steady, and aligned with what truly mattered. At the same time, there was a boost of motivation and optimism, and now it's time to start taking action in a calm and intentional way. From the 6th, Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius, and the energy turns inward. This marks the beginning of a deeper reflection, control, and long-term direction. You may start reassessing your goals, your environment, or your place within your community. Real change, though, begins internally. A powerful reset occurs around the 16th with the new moon in Taurus. This new moon invites you to plant new seeds around security, finances, self-worth, and stability. But it also challenges you to redefine what security truly means. You are being guided to build a life that feels safe, not just externally, but internally. From the 17th, Mercury enters Gemini, and your mind becomes more active and curious. Communication will flow more easily, and there will be a desire to express yourself more openly. So speak your truth, share ideas, and explore new perspectives. Mars then begins to enter Taurus, and Venus goes into Cancer. Your energy becomes steady and consistent. Progress might feel slower, but it's definitely more sustainable. This is long-term effort and grounded action. And at the same time, your emotions soften, relationships deepen, and there's a stronger need for comfort, connection, and emotional security. The Sun enters Gemini on May 21st, and the energy begins to lift. There's much more movement, curiosity, and openness. And you might feel a bit more sociable, mentally engaged, and ready to explore new ideas, directions, and adventure. Towards the end of the month, Mars squares Pluto, and this moment of tension and potential breakthrough. You may face challenges around control, pressure, or power dynamics, but the energy is here to push transformation. It's asking you to release force and step into conscious power instead. On the 31st of May, we see our second full moon in Sagittarius, a blue moon due to its rarity. This will bring clarity and expansion, and after the emotional depth of the beginning of May, this full moon offers a wider perspective. It brings insight, truth, and a shift in direction or belief. This is about releasing limitations and stepping into a more aligned path forward. So the month has grounding, releasing, and rebuilding. It begins with emotional clearing, helping you let go of what no longer aligns. From there, you are asked to slow down and reconnect with your values and take steady, intentional action forward. By the end of the month, your perspective expands. What once felt uncertain becomes clearer. This is not about rushing ahead. It's about building something real and stable, something long-term, one step at a time. So trust where you're going. It's being shaped with purpose through May. So my loves, welcome to this May collective reading. I'm going to start off by looking at the glasses here. And I feel like we are being asked through May to really get clarity on situations around ourselves and on our own needs. There's something about looking through illusions and seeing things as they are, trying to make make sense of something that possibly has confused you or has not allowed you to see it as it really is. It's like removing the rose-tinted glasses on a situation, possibly. Now, the other thing I'm getting with the glasses is a need to really focus our attention, focus on what's important, and focus on the things we want in the near future. Okay, so there's an element of planning here, and really start thinking about where you want to head. Now, this is a really personal message for somebody, or maybe a few of you, but there is someone in spirit coming through who wears very dark rimmed glasses, and it's reminding me of the two Ronnies. So I don't know who that is for you, but somebody in spirit there wanting to come through and give that acknowledgement. Now, the second charm is our steering wheel here. And I feel as if you need to take control of your destiny and your journey. Try not to be drifting. Now is the moment to decide on your direction. So again, an element of planning, but also taking charge of your energy, of where you're going, of where you put yourself and your energy. So know that you are able to take yourself in any direction. Now, I am being shown that you need to hold the wheel quite tightly, but know that you shouldn't be holding on to stop the flow. Okay, so if the tide is taking you in a direction, steer towards it. Try not to fight against it. It's like standing in the sea trying to fight against the current. If you can just lift your feet and go with the flow, you can steer your direction within that flow. But let the universe's energy take you where you need to be. Try and trust that you will go in the right direction. And every now and again, you might just need to make a few adjustments to head towards the things that you want along the way. But definitely don't try and fight against the natural flow of things at the moment. Now, I'm going to start actually with our these hidden heart's secrets. And our first card is Emotional Storm. Now, I feel like there has been in the recent past or in the last few months a really turbulent time actually emotionally for some of us. And you may have felt quite unstable. You may have felt quite lonely, or that you're out in the cold is what I'm getting with the storm element. Now, it has created a bit of inner chaos, and try not to suppress that, okay? Allow yourself to feel it and navigate through it, just like that steering wheel. Navigate through that discomfort. Try not to just move on from it, or try not to hide away from it. There is a need to release something that has been that has created an imbalance, an internal imbalance here. Okay, and we've got this real, like this black and white in the card, and it feels like this is that balancing act. Something is a bit off kilter with you, and there is bringing yourself back into alignment along the way here. And we've got our fantasy card, daydreaming, imagining and fantasizing. And as much as it's important to manifest and to really start to look at our desires, look at the things that we long for and move towards them, there is a very fine line between living in a fantasy. We need to know what our reality is. We need to get really clear on that and then head towards our dreams. We have to make our dream the reality. We can't just live in it as a fantasy. So there is something that you're daydreaming about. There's something that you want to manifest. So start making that plan. What is it that you're heading towards long term? And then start making those very small individual steps towards reaching your goal. This is definitely a month for goal setting. I feel like there is a period of time through May where once you realise what it is that you do want in your life, that you will start to head towards it, particularly by the end of the month with the second full moon. Okay, my loves, our next card is the exhaustion card. Depleted, drained, long journey. And I do feel like the sun is setting on this period. Okay, so something that's been very, very draining. It has sapped you of your energy, and it has felt like a really long road. Possibly something that has been ongoing for a while. It could be something that has been part of your life's journey up to this point. And there is a big shift ahead for you, and we're letting go of this old energy. The sunset here is very significant for the ending of cycles, and it's showing that it's played out. We are going into these colours of grounded and healing, and so there is something to let go of, but something also to heal from. Like our emotional storm card, it's been a really long time coming, and now you're releasing it. And there is always an emotional response when we release. But actually, when we come out the other side of that, there is a real serenity and calm, and we can sit in that sunset energy and allow things just to pass through us and watch them settle, watch them leave. It's very, very cathartic. Okay. Now there is something, a warning really, or a something to be mindful of from Spirit about holding on to this thing from the past. And it may be very difficult to let go of, and it may be that somebody is clinging on to you, or a situation or old behaviour is really hanging on. And there is something about feeling quite suffocated by it. There will be a release, okay? A bit like a big storm coming. So you can sense it on its way, and we can feel the pressure building. There will be a moment where that thunder breaks, and we have that downpour, okay? And it's going to release that energy. Feel like this is going to be an emotional release potentially, and that may come about through physical exercise, maybe if you're doing a meditation or some sort of somatic release. Allow it to come. Try not to hold on too tightly, okay? It's like holding your breath. It's really not going to get you anywhere. You need to try and breathe through that. You try and let it go. Observe it as it's leaving. See what work you need to do on yourself or a situation, and ensure that you are moving on in a healthy way and in your best interest, okay? But try not to hold on to anything. Clinging on too tightly often will drag you down. It will drag you back down into the depths. It's like holding onto the anchor as it's dropping into the ocean, and it's going to take you in one direction. It's going to take you backwards, it's going to take you down, and it will feel very suffocating. So try and just release it, and then start, as we say, steering yourself in the new direction. Now we have the shocking card, turmoil, trouble, unexpected energy. And this to me is this breaking storm. Something is breaking open. And I feel like it's a situation that may have happened in the past. It may be a cycle that you've been stuck in for a while, and it is just breaking out. It's surfacing. Those emotions are bubbling up to the surface. And the energy that we're currently in with our planets and our full moons this month are actually bringing all of that out, because you're ready to work on it, okay? Your soul knows when you're able to work through these traumas or these old ways. So let them come. It may feel quite unexpected. It may hit you at a moment when you're not expecting it. And it may well feel quite turbulent, but I'm being shown that it will pass quite quickly. And once it does, there's going to be great relief. Just like when you've had the storm, that air feels fresher, everything feels a bit lighter. There's definitely something lifting and moving away, which comes in nicely to our silence card. We've got the frozen, no words, stone wall. It may be that you feel out in the cold at the moment. It may feel that you are shut out, or that you've been abandoned. But what we see at the end of our reading with the sun card is there's going to be this thaw. This energy, this frozen energy that's been stagnant or has held you stuck for a while, is definitely about to leave, okay? So there's going to be a new energy shifting in towards you, one that's quite vibrant and full of vitality. It's going to uplift you. It is like physically moving out from winter into summer. There seems to be not a lot of transition between, so I think it's going to be quite a big change for you energetically. If there are people at the moment that are ghosting you, or that you haven't heard from for a while, there is something from Spirit here telling you to just take a step back, let it leave. If it's meant to stay, it will return, but there is something about letting it go. You need to remain silent here. So if there is a situation or people around you where you feel like you aren't connected with them at the moment, there is something about you stay like the stone wall. You grey rock, you don't contact. allow, if it's meant to be, they will come back, there will be a return. And if not, it's because spirit are removing this energy from you, particularly if it's something that's been a bit unhealthy. We can see from these cards that most of them are in this grey energy. There is no light here, there's no vibrancy, but we are shifting out of that because we're going to start to plan, and we're going to let go of the things that were draining us. And that brings in a new energy. Once we allow space for something, there's an empty space to allow things in. It becomes like a magnet. It's going to draw new energy to you, and the energy coming in is very positive. So we go to the Poised card. There is a moment of exhilaration and where you wake up and feel good. And it's a big contrast to how you have felt. And it may have been a slow drip feed, but suddenly you notice how far you've come. And you will rejoice in that. You will be elated in that energy. So stand tall. You are important. You are on a pedestal. You need to put yourself on the pedestal and realize your importance. Okay? So be open to receiving all the things that are good and abundant. They're all coming into your life, but you just need to be aware of how important you are and how you have worked hard to receive the things that are coming in. There is something about wish fulfillment here with the stars. So make sure, if you are planning, if you are manifesting, that you're open to receiving the things that you are aligning with. If you don't believe you deserve them, it's really hard for the universe to bring them towards you. So be a magnet for those things. Raise your vibration so that you are in frequency alignment with the life that you want and the future that you want to bring in. Okay, now spirit are with you here. We can see in the center of her dress here, this face from spirit who are trying to help you build your confidence back. They're trying to build that self-esteem, that self-worth. So there is something really important here for some of you that you need to start working on, that inner power. Okay, to feel empowered, to feel able to step forward, to not hide away in the shadows. Okay, so know your worth so that you can raise yourself up, so that you can meet the universe. You need to make sure that you are aligning with the life that you're hoping to have. Okay, our next card is the Observer card. And again, we can see this wish fulfillment. It is something about looking forwards, looking for where we want to go, and then start realizing that we need to make changes now. We need to start taking steps towards it now. Okay, so it's all very good to look ahead and to plan, but we also need to start aligning our lives so that we can take the first steps on the path that takes us to the destination that we require. Now, this is definitely a period of transformation for you with the moon and the energies coming and going. We have that full moon type energy here with the sunset. Full moons are all about the end of cycles, completion. And this transit between new beginnings and endings of cycles is where we are at the moment. We're at a period where we're just waiting. It's being in the waiting room. The end is happening, the new beginning is ahead, and we're just starting to think about how we get there and the way in which we want to get there. There is something definitely about opportunities here with the egg, and also about being quite cunning and able to think outside the box for problem solving. So we've got this wily fox here. He is very good at maneuvering himself to have the best outcome. Okay, he's able to get into the hen house. Okay, so there's something here about putting yourself in the frame for new opportunities. Make yourself seen, make yourself heard. If there's something you want and you desire it, you need to put it out there. Start really believing it, look for it. Don't just sit and wait. There is action to be done, and we need to start observing what's going on around us. Start noticing those opportunities coming in and where we could start taking steps towards new things, particularly our dreams and our desires. Now the Death card here, all about endings. So again, something that is from your past. I feel like you are moving out of that energy with the Death card, because Death comes in and he clears out. It's like weeding the garden. He's going to clear out what no longer serves you, what's no longer in your best interest. And that allows more growth. okay? Positive growth, and growth in the areas that you need it most. Now, I'm really conscious of the fact that this death has flames and he's on the horse, and this is the year of the fire horse. So there really is momentum building. You are in alignment with your personal goals and your life path at this point. Now, somebody's going to offer you opportunities, and it may be that they're opportunities that take you backwards. Try not to take them. Spirit at the moment want you to start moving forwards. Don't go back. Even if it looks tempting, try and move away from the things that you've already let go of, or things that you know weren't serving you. Going back is only going to make you relive that whole situation again. Okay. Now, if this is your own thoughts and feelings, there's something about holding on to old energies or old patterns of self-limitation. You need to try and let go of them. You try and notice that they're there, and then don't let them stop you. Don't let fear get in the way of you moving forwards. Don't stay put, and definitely don't go backwards. Now is the time to start propelling yourself towards your goals. Okay, next we have the Knight of Pentacles, another forward moving card. Now, this energy is very slow and steady. It's extremely methodical and logical, but it's also guaranteed to be successful. We have this pentacle here, which is representing our material gain. Okay, so you are protected. You're in your suit of armor here. You are moving forward. We've changed. There's this energy from the white horse at death to the black horse here. We are definitely becoming more grounded. We are looking to our future. There is an element of becoming a bit more independent with the stag being known for his independence, his strength. Now, there could be some of you who are becoming more financially independent at this time, and that you're getting back on your own feet, Spirit is saying. Now, look out for signs and synchronicities from Spirit at the moment. The stag is definitely a spiritual animal. It's a very masculine energy. So there could be teachers or mentors coming in who have a masculine energy, not necessarily males, but people who are in that energy, authoritative, very calm, safe, protective energy that's going to help you to move forward step by step in a very logical way. Okay, there's no panic, there's no rushing here. Your future is calm and it's steady. Okay, we go to the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands comes when we have overcome an obstacle. She's finished the battle, okay, but she is still on high alert. So there are areas in your life where you can now relax and know that you are safe. The worst is over. Okay, we've got the sun again setting down on the hill. The worst is over. We can see these new horizons beginning to show. The cloud here clearing, we've got bluer skies above us. Now, the hawthorn here on the wands is very indicative of May. So this feels like very current energy. There's something about letting your guard down a little bit, but don't let down your boundaries. At the moment, it's very important to maintain your boundaries. So if things don't feel right, if there's things you don't want to do, if things, if you feel that you need to please people, if you feel that you need to give way to your own wants and desires for the others, now is the time not to do that. Okay, hold your ground. Don't let someone keep moving the goalposts. So you might be battle weary, but Spirit are saying to you, do not give up right now. You're very close to your goal. In tarot, our minor arcana runs from the ace to the 10. So we've already got to 9. The finishing line is in sight. Okay, you're nearly where you need to be to step into the next part of your journey. Okay, so hold the line. You're nearly there. Don't give up. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, similar to the Nine of Wands, is about keeping going, knowing that you have mastered something. You're at the top of your game. We've got a lot of protection here with the crow, and we are definitely starting to see things much more clearly, particularly around our finances, our home, our jobs, and our material life, things we can hold on to. You might be learning new things at the moment, but you have already mastered a great deal. So this card comes when we've had great life experience. Even if it's challenging, we've learned a lot from those challenges and those obstacles. We've overcome a lot already. We have our 7 pentacles and we're about to put the next one up on the wall. So there is something that you have risen up in. You've worked hard, you've overcome those obstacles, and you are about to be rewarded for all of that hard work. It's about to come into you. Okay, my loves. Now, this is also a reminder for us to tap into spirit, tap into our own magic, the universe, and all of the things that are there to help us step forward, asking for help, asking for guidance, remembering our meditation, remembering our ability to manifest and bring about the things we want into our lives. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups, lots of choices, and a message from Spirit to choose wisely. Not everything will be as positive as it looks. So be discerning if there are lots of choices opening up for you. Now, it could be that there's a new home that you are looking at, or new situations with a role maybe at work, a promotion, or maybe you're bringing in new energies into your life. But definitely choose wisely. But all of them have both positive and negative. So just weigh them up. Trust your intuition. What feels right? Now, it feels like energetically at the moment, your emotions are a bit all over the place. You're being pushed and pulled in lots of different directions. So just, again, plan. What is the most important thing? What thing do you need to look at first? I'm also seeing with the butterfly, possibly a migration or a movement or a holiday or a change in direction. Okay, so just looking at the card, seeing what you're drawn to is the same as with your emotions. Which way are you being pulled? What is the most positive thing? Which things are causing you to be held back? Is there anything that makes you feel less energetic? Is there anything that's draining? Just looking at different areas of your life and then navigating through each one. Our 5 of Pentacles here is a feeling of lack that is about to pass. So we can see the tree here is bare, although it is covered in the Pentacles, showing this financial gain again, showing that we are gaining in abundance, gaining in health, wealth, happiness. It's all here, it's growing, but it's not quite ready yet. But this snowdrop, which is bursting out through the snow, is showing light at the end of the tunnel. So yes, you might be waiting for your rewards. You might be working hard towards something and you're not seeing any results at the moment. It's not come to fruition yet. But this snowdrop is just this ray of light shining down to say, keep going. Don't sit in lack. Don't feel like you've lost everything, because there is so much to gain and there is more coming, and there is this new day dawning. The summer is coming. We're stepping out of your energy, which has been lack and it's been frozen, it's been on hold. It may have felt quite dark or lonely, or you may have felt quite abandoned, but this is your ray of hope, your ray of sunshine coming through. Our next card is the Strength card. And I do feel that that the universe is asking you to stay in a very gentle energy right now, okay? So if there are challenges, tough times, then aggression is not the way, okay? We need to be assertive, but still kind and gentle, okay? We need to use our inner strength. We need to sit in a very feminine energy of using our words and our actions, and a very nurturing energy, even around things that are challenging and difficult, particularly people. Okay, so that inner strength coming through. And even if you feel at the moment a bit battle weary, like the 9 of Wands, you feel like you're at the end of your rope and you're not sure you can carry on, Spirit are saying you do have the strength, okay, and you are blossoming. Now, this could be around passion, because we've got the red roses. It could be around a blossoming relationship or friendship, or it could just be something that has been a bit of a thorny, like a thorn in your side, something that's been a bit difficult, okay? But just know that you can navigate through this, but just keep that gentle side, that soft side. And actually sometimes doing the right thing can help you move beyond the obstacle. Even if it's not always what you want to do, you think, well, it's the right thing, I should probably do that. Then Spirit are asking you, like removing the thorn from the lion's paw, okay? There might be a little bit of a risk. It might be that you put yourself out of your comfort zone or where you feel you should be, but actually it will reward you. You will be rewarded for using diplomacy and a gentle way of negotiating or navigating through at this time. So just keep that gentle, soft side. And also knowing that underneath all of that is a great power, okay? And I feel like there is a real element here of the fire sign of Leo, and that's a very powerful card. It's very charismatic, it's very energetic, but it's using all of that and channeling it in a very nurturing and soft and gentle way. It's I'm feeling a real balance of masculine and feminine energy there, of combining the two, and then, you know, that protective, loving side with a nurturing element of softness to navigate through. Now we have the Empress, which is definitely a very feminine energy. Now the Empress is full of creativity. She is very much a creator. So that's why she's seen as being pregnant in the card. She brings about new life. She brings about new opportunities. And she's a very nurturing earth mother type. Now the card often is an indicator to get out more in nature and to really get in touch with your creativity, with your sacral chakra, of creating a new way of doing old things. So if you have a business, if you have a relationship, a friendship, if it's your own attitude in your head or behaviors in your head, it's looking at doing them in a new way. Get creative, think outside your normality and try something a bit different. Now you can see that she's laid her shield down. So we had all this protection with the armor, and we're now coming to a period in May where you feel that you can safely put down any barriers or walls that you have built up to protect yourself. There is emotions start flowing in a much more healthy way, okay? And there's great ideas coming in. So this is that creative energy that's going to start flowing for you. Now this creative energy is going to bring about abundance. We've got that with the corn here, and I'm seeing the 3 on the Empress card, and it's showing me that you may well be collaborating with others in order to create this new idea, create this new business, create this new way of being. So come together with others where needed, and just know that there's so much personal growth going on, and it's these evergreens. This is long-term good fortune, long-term planning. Okay, we go on to the birdhouse here, and I feel that there is again a collaboration message coming together, but I also am being told some of you have had to fly the nest. You may have had to move away from old situations, old places, old people, okay? And it is moving away from things that no longer serve you. Now there is all this sunlight coming in, so it's going to be highlighted to you. You're going to get clarity on it, and you're going to feel a need to break away and be a bit more independent and a bit more self-reliant. But it may take a collaboration with others for you to feel able to do that. Okay, so rely on your friends, rely on family, be discerning about who you spend your time with, those people that can help you to spread your wings, to be able to step forward into your personal power. Okay, my loves, but there is something here about adventure, about flying away, about doing something different. So maybe it's changing homes, changing jobs, but definitely shifting the situations that you found yourself that felt a bit stagnant. Okay, and just know that there is, with the Sun card, victory and success ahead for you. Now, I'm being told this looked initially like a door knocker to me. So there's going to be something about knocking on a door. So make sure if there's an opportunity that looks like you would like to go for it, or it's really appealing and you're drawn to it, make sure you knock on that door. Don't sit back quietly and wait for it to come to you. There's an element of taking action. You need to put yourself forward for something. You need to make yourself seen and heard so that people know this is what you want. And the universe needs to know what you want as well. Now, timing is everything. We've got these Roman numerals here, and I feel like there is an element of a sundial, so everything will align at the right moment. This is linked with the aces, which are all about new beginnings and new possibilities, new starts in life. And being sunshine, it's very positive, it's uplifting, it's happy energy, it's full of vitality, lots of health, feeling very good about ourselves. Now with the 31, I'm being shown possibly around the end of May is when we get this burst of energy, this new vitality that comes in, okay? And we're going to be driven forwards. It's like a Mars energy. It's the jetpack on your back that gives you motivation and pushes you forward. You're going to be propelled in the right direction, even if you're not sure where that is. Okay, so just aligning yourself, knowing that that energy is coming in, and that beautiful, uplifting summer energy is on its way to you, which is a beautiful contrast to how we felt at the beginning of our reading with that emotional storm and that very dark energy, that heavy, almost oppressive energy that we've been in possibly over the last month or so, or maybe at the beginning of the year. And this shift and change is slowly happening. There is no rushing here. With the Pentacles energy, we have a very slow and steady. We are slowly moving forwards, but the material things in our life are all going to start getting easier. There is definitely light at the end of this tunnel. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated with you. Take the bits that felt like they related to yourself. Because this is a collective reading, there may be elements that aren't for you, but it may also be that you felt that there was an overview of how things have been progressing through the beginning of the year so far, moving now from spring into summer. So if you've got any questions, if you'd like any clarity, or you want me to explain something further, or you'd like to know what cards I'm using, please just drop a message for me and I will come back to you.